here. Hello to Instagram. Oh gosh, look, everybody's here. Ron Goodman's here. Guards Rad is here. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Holy crap. Reed. Hi Pete. Hi Reed. Hi James. Hi Analog Speed Taylor. Hi Chris Florin. Porsche Patrick. Schlombo. Schlombo's here. This is great. Pete McNulty's here. That's great because we're going to drive your car in a few minutes. All right. I just need to stretch out here. Give me a second. I've had a day. Oh, I need a microphone for the show. Hi. Oh, welcome back. We're doing a playset, too. Allow me to change my glasses. See you all better. Yep, that did it. That is not intended to be Mr. Rogers-like, but it sure does work. Do you see the difference in my eyes? The other ones have like a yellow tint to them, and the studio ones don't. So you can see my eyes through
I do, and I feel the Fred Rogers love.
It's not a cardigan. Not a cardigan. But welcome back to the Late Night Playset. Hi, Nicole from David over here. Welcome back to you at home over here on YouTube. And you're the ones we're doing this all for, so welcome, welcome. Tonight is Thursday, March 11, 2021, and my slippery card says that the woman to my right is Nicole Ryan. My name is Jay Ryan. And as I said, we've got a lot of stuff going on tonight. It's been a day. Our guest tonight will be Magnus Walker, but I've been with him on and off all day, as has our friend Guards Rad over here, David. Here's what we have planned for the big show. How about that? I'll just do that. Tell you that.
Okay.
We're gonna. It's Thursday, so we're doing. What are you doing today? And this is the one we've been waiting for. St. Clair Insurance is here. Hello. Everyone check out, I almost said Cruising to Wellness, but that's also true. But St. Clair Insurance is coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
That's exactly right. Hi, Jeff Sinclair. So what we're doing tonight is the 356 drive, the Pete McNulty 356 drive, which David and I have been very excited about. He put the video together. We're going to watch it in just a minute here. But before we do, we have some East Coast feeds. I know we're supposed to check in with them from Mexico. They're already home from Mexico. We'll do the Mexico stuff next week when it's just the two of us. Oh, shoot, it's not going to be just the two. Whatever, we'll figure that out. I want to play the today's ones, though, because they're from today at Ridgefield BMW, and they're car-related. I'll just play it. All right. Very quickly, rolling the East Coast feeds. We've got two of them from today at Ridgefield BMW. Roll it out.
Mr. Ryan, hopefully you can hear me through my mask. So today is a big day here at BMW. They're doing the unveiling. Let me try this here. I'm outside. They're doing the unveiling of the new M4, M3, blah, 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 blah. And everyone is geeked out and then some. There's fucking food trucks and tents and every car geek on the planet is here. I'll give you a quick walkthrough. You know I'm really excited about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Let's just go right into it. Roll the second one. Hit it, Hal.
Take you inside the tent. You got the new red one. There's a red one right here. In case you didn't know it's red. It's a little dark. There's another green one over here somewhere. Look at, we got a green. We got green. We got yellow. It's like Skittles, but just with BMW. They got food trucks and shit too, because you got to eat when you're geeking out. So we got like a food truck of tacos, a food truck of pizza, and that's how we do it here at BMW of Ridgefield on the big event day. There you go. Happy day. Lots of geeks. Part 2. Love you guys.
Yeah, I know. We're some of those geeks. We would be there if we weren't so lucky to have, if you saw in the opening, one of those M4s was up at Breakfast Club the other day because all the press cars come up.
Yeah, we get a really cool collection of cars.
Basim was driving, I think it was him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. And he had the opportunity to drive, I don't know, the competition pack, all the whoop-de-doo ones, or the base one that was stick. And he's like, stick, I'll take that one. So he had a stick M4 up there at Breakfast Club the other day. You could see it in the opening video, the white one. Very cool. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Pretty girl over here, waving back. MJ Chat is here. Wait, is that Michael James? Hi, Michael James. Uncle Mike is here in the house. Dorian is here. RYRU joined. Ryru. Hi, Ryru. That one I don't want to say out loud because it's going to sound... I see puss love. You see puss love there? Peace us love. Peace us love. That's better. Cafe Della Malibu. We got to get over there. We've got ice cream waiting for us from them. We've got to get over there. All right. Waved at everybody. I got to go in here. Traveling Redbeard joined. what's happening. All right, we did that. It's time to do the video, right?
I think so.
I know David and I are awfully excited about it. There we go. Get the cameras in here. So this is Pete McNulty's 356. I'm sure we'll tell you all about it in the video. Hang on tight. It's a long one because we have fun.
I can't.
And we just kept driving.
Yeah, you did.
All right, it's time for, without further ado, what are you driving today? And this is produced on location at Breakfast Club by Guards Rat. Roll it out.
6'2", exactly. You want to guess my weight?
Hey,
You're pretty good at that.
I used to work at a carnival.
Make sure nothing's in my pockets.
May not be too bad. Do I get a seatbelt?
It's a belt, lap. There we go.
Lap belt.
The other side's.
I did.
And then
I
you
took the roll bar and the 3-piece harness out. So.
okay. The roll bar.
Here only. There you go. Because it already had a lot of fuel.
Beautiful. Oh, this feels healthy.
You're good.
Sweet.
Motor safe.
Thanks, Pete. Oh, great to sit before it gets crowded. Funny. Very funny. All right, here we go, David. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm nervous.
Let's do this.
I'm nervous. Hey! Woo. Oh, this is fun, David.
This is fun.
Oh, this is a cruiser. This may be the way to do it. Oh.
This just proves that you don't have to go fast to have fun.
You don't have to go fast. Can you see my smile already?
I'm smiling so
You
big
are?
under here. Yeah.
Oh, this is, I feel like I'm.
I feel like we've gone back in time.
I want to go to a parade as a gay couple. Like, this is just so much fun.
This is awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a great car. It's a 1963 Porsche 356B.
B. 63 is a B.
Yeah, it's got a 1600cc engine. Stock.
He said he keeps it in third and just keeps the pedal down. This is nice.
It's beautiful.
It feels very healthy. It's more power than I thought it would have.
It's got more road and engine feel than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I am loving this vibration.
It's a soft vibration. Have you ever driven an old Beetle?
No.
This is like an old Beetle, which of course I expected, but it's way sportier and tighter than I expected. I thought it'd be more Beetle. And it's actually very much Porsche. Oh yeah. And you can just kind of, you know what, you just keep your pedal down and you just steer through it is basically all it is.
So, I think I've made a right mental choice of a bucket list car, and this is one of them for me. Like, this is something I've always wanted to ride in or drive or someday own, and it doesn't disappoint. This is great.
This is great. The other thing is, you know, it feels like we're going slow, but we're not actually going. I mean, I'm doing 55. It's not like we're doing, you know, it feels like we're doing 20 compared to the speed we're used to. But I'm looking now, you know, we're kind of kissing 60 mile an hour. It kind of slows down to about 50 in the turns when I keep my foot down. Oh. And you know what? It's just so comfortable. I can't believe how comfortable I am.
It's very comfortable. And you know, we always talk about seats. These seats are comfortable.
They don't need to hold you, right?
No, they don't need to hold you. They're like a soft, cushiony couch.
So I haven't driven many 356s, and I don't know that I've ever driven a coupe like this. So while you said this particular car would be on your bucket list, right?
This is on my bucket list.
Yeah, it is for me too. A coupe specifically. And now that I'm in it and doing it with these little vent windows, I kind of feel like why doesn't everybody do this?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Like, I feel like a lot of people are really missing out. And I shouldn't say that.
No, because then the prices will go up.
They're already high.
They're already high. But like, look at how beautiful the inside is.
That's part of it. It's the experience of riding it. It's the coach work, all the bright work on the gauges. He said the dash is original paint, which I love. Come on. It's a happy car. Oh, Pete, thank you for letting us drive this already.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going just for a second. We'll come back and park just lovely. And the engine is so healthy. It sounds great. I can't believe how good it sounds. And the mirrors, like the visibility is exceptional. I can't believe how good it is. I thought this would be harder to drive. I thought it would be less comfortable. I thought it would be more work.
I thought it would be more work because it would be sluggish.
The drum brakes aren't, they're fine. I mean, look, it's an old car with how much? 80? Does it even have 80 horsepower?
I'm gonna have to find out and add it down below.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I guess my point is, like, there's no power whatsoever, but it's exactly where you need it and want it. I mean, I guess, given my druthers, if I was gonna drive this every day, would I want, 10, 20 more horsepower? Sure. But yet I kind of would be afraid to change this.
Yeah,
you'd have to do it on another car because this one's too nice.
This one's way too nice. What's crazy is that he got it for $1,200.
In 1984.
Right.
He bought it in 1984 and he said it was a parts car. He said it needed everything, and over time he did it all. Good job, Pete.
Yeah, really good job.
All right, I'm going to turn it up here. Otherwise, I'll keep driving to Wrightwood. This is very.
How does that giant steering wheel feel?
I didn't think I would like it. I've grown to love it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want it on my car, but I wouldn't want to put a smaller one on this car either.
Right.
If we did the thing where you hot rodded one of these up and you gave it a little more power and did the things, for sure, Rod Emery, you can get the wheel, do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't change a thing on this car.
I wouldn't either.
Listen how healthy that is.
It sounds so nice.
It sounds incredible. Here, let me pull the brake. Here. I mean, that's incredible. For as old as it is, I know he's done a lot of work to it, but it sounds fantastic. What are you driving today? 63 356B. Owned by Pete McNulty. Just delightful. Just delightful.
Oh, look at the luggage.
Isn't that the best with the hat and everything?
And he makes those straps, right?
I don't know. That's awesome. Work and all that. This car is also production design. You know what I mean? It's art directed. It really has, the whole story is here.
Got a sticker?
You don't need to stick it. He's already got it. I love your car, Pete McNulty. We are not good car reviewers. We love everything we drive. Or we're the best car reviewers who have the best friends who let us drive the best cars.
I think that's it.
Oh, I want to go on a road trip.
Yeah.
I want to go on a road trip. I want this luggage to be full, and I want to go on a road trip.
Yeah, this is the car I would take to Cambria or to Santa Barbara.
That was me getting around that rock. Didn't want you to think, whoa!
Oh no, we lost the wheel!
Herbie Love Bug.
It rolls past us.
Yeah! Buddy Hackett. God, I love those movies.
I do too.
So, and then this is part of it. Like, I feel like, oh, come on.
Yep.
Herbie Love Bug, but in a Porsche.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
is really it.
That's another car on my bucket list. And I think I'll probably make that happen. Before I make this happen, is a Herbie replica.
Same year, though, right? 63 is what the Bug was.
Yep.
And that's what this is. And I love that Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo one because of all the race cars.
Yeah.
From 917s to 911, like all sorts of cool shit. So, I mean, I wasn't pushing it by any means, but we're also not slowing down for these turns, you know?
Yep.
And it just does.
And it feels like a Porsche.
It does. The weight distribution's exactly where you want it to be, where you expect it to be, maybe. The drum brakes I've gotten used to. You apply the same amount of pressure just a little earlier. No gas. It's delightful. You can definitely see where the 911 came from. It's all here.
Yep. This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Like, yeah, I could check this one off. Like, I get it. I know why people do it. I want one.
I see people like Patrick Long or Patrick Long just having the grandest time making these slow cars go fast.
Yeah.
And, I mean, those guys are obviously way better at it than what I'm talking about here, but just even the ability to. I said it in the last episode where, well, whatever. I said it in a recent episode where we sometimes wish that I had a base Carrera so that you could drill it out a little bit more. There's something so nice and fun about just kind of being able to wring out all the gears. Because you're not trying to go 100 miles an hour. You're just trying to get there.
Yeah.
There we go. You know what I mean? Right up to the red. It's great.
I'm just so blown away by this car and how Porsche it is.
I couldn't agree with you more.
It's hard to like talk about it because I'm just trying to absorb the moment, trying to absorb the experience. And it's nice to see where Porsche came from.
Couldn't agree more. I will say this, it's definitely my favorite 356 I've driven. I haven't driven that many 356s. But this coupe and this engine is so strong.
Yeah.
It's just lovely. There we go, perfect.
You got your spot back.
Yay! Wow. All right, we did it.
We
The
definitely
car's
did it.
back. What do you think, David?
Holy shit, I love it. I'm in love.
I think
Yeah.
I think that there's nothing I don't like.
Same
Nothing
here.
I don't like.
Same here.
There's a lot I do like. I feel like I was verbose about it. Would you have this car, David?
I would definitely have this car.
I would have this car in a heartbeat.
Same here.
2 thumbs up. Nice
Beautiful.
job, Pete McNulty.
Beautiful.
Love it. I have nothing funny to say. I'm getting out. There you go. 356 drive. All right. And in the meantime, I've been getting texts from our buddy Magnus over here who is waiting to join the chat. So I got to go find him now and accept it. Hang on one second. I'll bring him in here. We'll do this. And we'll find him. Did anybody else see him? Well, a lot of people joined after him. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. Yeah, Magnus Walker. Yeah, that's correct. I do want him. We'll turn that volume down. And this is an experiment. We've never done a guest.
Just fluffing the beard.
Oh, look at this guy. What's up, Mr. Hanson?
Hey, I don't see you, but I hear you. So I'm just proceeding on.
Okay, we can see you.
How you guys doing?
We're good, man. Are you? Is it the Wi-Fi in the garage? Is that what it is?
I don't think it's my issue. Can you see them, fella? Yes. You can see them. Maybe it is mine. Let me walk to another spot. I can't see you. I can see myself. But if you can see me, I guess that's all that matters.
We still look the same, and I look exactly like I look
How
this
is it
morning.
now?
It's great. I'm glad you did it on your phone.
All right, hold on. I'm walking around. Yeah, do it on my phone. That way I can just walk around. But let me just see one thing. Hold on. Yeah, weirdly, I don't know if it's you or me, but hey, we'll just proceed. If you say we're good, we're good.
It's working on our side, and we have you on the show as well, I think. Although that does appear to be frozen, doesn't it?
The wonders of modern technology. And I actually did a speed test. I'm at like 400 Mbps, whatever it is. So I'm speeding.
No, you're right. We seem to be frozen here. I'll figure this out. Hang on. I'm going to figure this out.
I think you guys are frozen.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know
I'm
how or
talking
why.
about Disney.
I'm hoping it comes back. Because
Yeah.
the Instagram... Oh, what a nightmare.
I hear you guys laughing in the background.
Oh, we're here. We're here for sure. All right, so
Well,
I think I can do
let me
it.
know if we're on live or not live.
We are live on the Instagram for sure.
Live on the Instagram, even though Hannah's watching and she says you're paused. So,
Oh, on Instagram too?
yeah. Why don't you come over here, H, so I can see it? Hannah's watching on Instagram because she likes to see you guys, and apparently you're paused on Hannah's phone as well. We have that fun.
I think we're unpaused here now, but it did seem to be something. Oh, look at that. Hi,
That is
Hannah.
you, but you're kind of frozen up there.
I wonder why it's working on our side. Hi, Hannah. How are you guys?
Hi.
There's Big Paige.
The brim of the hat.
She's got the big hat on. There you are, frozen up.
Well,
And
I
she's
can't tell you.
watching
It is recording on our side, so I'm not sure what's
That's
up
fine.
there.
All right,
Just
hey,
go with it.
we'll go
Going
with it.
with it.
Unless you want to
Of
jump
course,
out and
if
jump
it's a
back in.
phone call.
You,
It seems like I just saw you earlier on today.
how has your day been, and how much of your day can we talk about?
We can talk about the whole day. I just finished up an IG Live with Daniel Malakar, the photographer guy.
Yeah, I watched the
who did
beginning
those
of that. It was
epic
very cool.
photos that are hanging on the wall, so that was good. And then I took a trip down to our buddy down there in Costa Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy, he's got a doghouse for cars called Auto Kennel.
I know that guy.
Yeah, you know that guy, Paul Kramer. I've known that guy a long, long time. So he had something that I wasn't really looking for, but somehow ended up just in the past 15 minutes locking down a deal on. So
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
What was
yeah,
it?
you know, it might be the most highest mileage 2014 991.1 Turbo S that's out there with 162,000 miles.
Oh, it did end. He was right. All right. Well, hang on. We'll come back. Well, this is all right. This is solvable. This is why we've got two things going here. I don't know what to do. How do I get rid of it? I guess I have to delete it. It is what it is. All right. Now we go live again, right? Hang on, everybody. We've got this. We've got this here. And we go live. I'm going live again, and he'll join us. I know it. But it looks like he was right. Perhaps we did drop off there. Too many things going on. But are we still on? We are still recording on the show, so we should be okay here. Should be okay here. Let's see. Waving at guards red. All right. He should be back. There we go. Sorry for all of this. It was more of an experiment trying to get the Instagram, you know, if we can do guests via Instagram, because we've got the audio going and everything here. But everything is a bit of a... Pete McNulty says, now I have to drive yellow car. And I just texted Magnus should be back. So hoping he's coming. Thumper, oh my goodness gracious. No, let's not. Do we even want to talk about Thumper from last week? That was ridiculous. Everyone else is here knows it. Are we heading into the bathroom? Oh, the people. Everybody remembers from last week. All right. Here's Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Hannah's here. All right, so things are back up. And I'm using less bandwidth than I was before by getting rid of a couple cameras that we certainly don't need on right now. Magnus Walker, there he is. Go live. There we go. Trying it again. I think we're getting it. I think we got it. It's coming. It's got to be. There he is. You did everything right, and it turns out you're way more experienced at this than we are. You were correct about it all.
Yeah, come on. I thought you guys knew what you were doing.
Wait till you see the YouTube product. It's going to be beautiful.
Big on YouTube, you know. I'll fluff the beard for YouTube. Beard fluffing for YouTube, I think, is the way to go.
Oh, man. All right. So you had a hell of a day. You went down to Paul Kramer. You did the deal. How many miles are on this 2014 Turbo S?
162,000 miles, one owner, California car. It's my type of car in the sense of it's got a lot of miles on it, which means the price is like slashed. It's 50% of the market value, apparently.
Right.
But what's cool about it is one owner, California car. The guy was averaging 25,000 miles a year on this car. Freeway miles.
Just commuting.
Original motor. Transmission was replaced 2 years ago. On Valentine's Day 2019, according to the receipts, had 120,000 miles.
So he loved this
now
baby.
Got 162,000 miles on it. And I took it for a little test drive with our buddy, Pinstripe Chris, just happened to be down there.
Very nice.
And him and I went for a little pedal to the metal thrash up the 55. And surprisingly, it didn't really feel that fast. But when you look at the gauge, you're actually going pretty fast. But there's no drama to the speed in the Turbo S, it seems. There's no shimmy shammy. There's no real drama of being out of control. So it seems to be refined speed.
Does that one have the rear wheel steering?
It doesn't actually feel that fast, but it is.
Does that one have the rear wheel steering as well?
Yeah, four-wheel drive, rear wheel steering, all the bells and whistles. This car was like fully optioned through the dealer. I guess this was the rollout release version of the car. Oh. So it was a rhodium silver metallic with two-tone black-red interior, carbon fiber trim. Of course, it is a two-pedal car, so it is not manual. It's PDK, Sport Plus mode. It's a grocery getter that your grandma could drive. But surprisingly, it doesn't actually feel as fast as it is. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. To begin with, I looked at him, he looked at me, and we went, this is kind of underwhelming. Probably only because you're used to like an earlier two-wheel drive turbo where things do get a little loose pretty quickly. This just kind of hunkers down, puts the power down, and away it goes. So wasn't necessarily something, it was on the list, but wasn't necessarily something I was actively looking for. I was actually talking to Paul about a 997 turbo, and then somehow he told me about this car was coming in a couple of weeks ago. The car arrived a few days ago. Paul did his deep dive. He just texted me because I literally just locked the deal up at like 10 past 5, even though I went to drive it at 12:30. And he said there's some receipts, and I generally don't care about receipts, but he texted me that there's 55 pages of receipts that go with the car.
Holy crow. Well, there you go. You get a whole book that comes with it.
Yeah, so there it is. I'm already planning on a few little changes. I've spoken to my buddy Alex at Sharkworks, who's already told me they can make it louder, faster, lower it. I'm already looking for a different set of wheels. The car is bone stock. It is not being modified. It's not being chipped. It's as it left the factory in late 2013. I guess it was built September 2013 as a 2014 year model. It was ordered through, or not ordered, it was bought off the showroom floor at Walter's Porsche out there in Riverside. And it's got all the dealer stamps and maintenance and all that stuff. So I like it that it's a one-owner local car. H&I and Willow can go do some local road trips, you know, if we want to lay back and go two-pedal style. But it is a fast GT touring car, you know, so we'll see how it goes.
I think it's fantastic. I'm really excited for you. I don't know why. To have a comfortable car really might change your life. A new, modern, comfortable car.
It's weird. It almost was. And I've driven them, you know. I made a video 5 years ago called 40 Years of Boost when I drove my 75, the right-hand drive one, with this exact car, a 2015 model, but same thing, Gen 1, 991. And then I recently drove the 992 Turbo S, which is ferocious.
Right.
So I've driven these cars, but I never actually thought I would own one, only because of the price. The entry price point to get one is a six-figure price point. That's not what I paid for it, because when you find one with 162,000 miles on it, the price drops, because I guess the average person is not interested, which only meant I was even more interested in it.
Well, I've always heard that one of the things that you got to worry about with the high mileage is the transmission on those, because it's the PDK, but that's already been resolved.
Yeah, I guess the guy was using the PDK to slow down, maybe, because the transmission was replaced, like I say, 40,000 miles ago, and it cost him about $20,000 to replace that. So
but you don't have to do
S, those 991 turbos, none of them are manual anyway, so it is a two-pedal car, and we'll see how it goes. It was interesting, though, because I took a little deep dive this morning before I went to look at it, just to see how crazy was I, and everyone that I saw for sale, I didn't find one that had more than 40,000 miles on it.
Right.
And there are a lot of them with 10 to 20,000 miles with really, really expensive price tags attached to it.
Right.
And as you and I spoke about, this one is like similar price to a 997 in a way.
Yeah. No, I thought about driving down there also. It's a hell of a deal. Are you going to keep it looking stock, or are you going to Magnus the appearance of it, or? Is that
Well,
maybe to
I'm
be
already thinking about
TBD?
changing the wheels. I'm not in love with the wheels. They're a little too bright. They've actually been curved a little bit. But I don't necessarily like the style of the wheels. So I'm already looking. Paul's already looking for like a GT3 Motorsport style wheel.
Oh, cool.
Probably in flat black or bronze. And I'm already thinking about doing what I did with my, I'll just turn this around.
Sure.
What I
Show
did
us
with
anything
my,
you want to show us.
You know, I'm thinking about maybe doing this.
So until
this is
today,
a
this was your
GT2.
newest car.
What's that?
Until today, this was your newest car.
Yeah, so my newest car was this 996 GT2 in a different shade of silver. And what I did with this guy, because I couldn't leave this one alone, was do the flat black on the hood and then blacked out the wheels, added the Brumos inspired stripe, and then blacked out the tail. So there's two thought processes on the 991 Turbo S. One is leave it bone stock. The other one is just get some motorsports looking wheels, which are 9s and 11s by 20, and then do a flat black on the hood. But we'll see, you know. I mean, part of me thinks leave it alone.
Right.
The other part of me thinks, you know, I don't leave too much alone.
But if you finally have a car that could actually blend in, you might like it for a minute.
Yeah, there's something very nice about the idea of a car that blends in, if a Turbo S can be said to be blending in.
But windows. It's got windows. You could tint the window. You know, what I mean, it's just you could theoretically hide in that car. Not that that's the kind of person you are, but
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot to be said about that. Obviously, these times when you do want to blend in, this might be the road trip car, you know, if you want to drive to San Francisco or Denver, Colorado, or cross country.
There you go.
You know, where it does seem to be a very practical GT touring car, but goes really fast when you want it to go fast. But, you know, has a certain level of comfort. Maybe it's me getting old, but, you know, GT3 is a phenomenal car, but I don't know if I'd want to drive across country in it because you get out a little buzzed and beat up. The Turbo seems to have just a little bit more compliancy on the way it drives, the way it sounds. But there again, you know, Sharky makes things, you know, that sound really loud and go really fast, so time will tell.
Sharky was just putting up there. Is it a turbo, Magnus? He asked.
Yeah, well, this one is officially, you know, Porsche has this thing now with the 992s, right, where, as we know, they're all turbos, but only the Turbo and Turbo S are badge turbos. But yeah, this one apparently has real turbos somewhere. I mean, you can't see it when you lift the engine deck lid. There's really nothing to see there, but somewhere underneath that rear deck lid, you know, there are, you know, multiple 18,000 turbos or something.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the car. That's really, really great. I'm so glad that you did it so quickly, and that we get to all right. David and I showed up at the place this morning, and he's like, "All right, so I'm a little sidetracked. I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. I got this other thing on my head," and he told us. So that's where we started the day. So then in the middle, he went down and had the deal and the whole bit, drove it with Pinstripe Chris, and now he bought it, and here we are. So all of this has happened in, I don't know, basically from 9 to 5 today.
That's a full day.
It is a full day.
This all happened in 8 hours. Wasn't necessarily something I was looking for. Not that anyone cares, but it's breaking news. You know, it's quite something I thought I would never. This was the type of car actually that I would always call OPP, other people's Porsches.
Right.
Know? I've driven them, but up until this moment, I've never owned one. So yeah, it feels kind of strange to say, okay, you know, my goal really was to own one of everything, and still is, that Porsche is made in a sports car. And as you said just now, I got up to 04 with the 996 GT3. I didn't actually know if I would ever go newer than that until, you know, half an hour ago.
Right.
Because to me, you know, even though this car is, 7 years old, and it's not the current generation, it's not a 992, but this is a modern 911. It's a modern Porsche, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm excited about it.
You have so many things going on. There's a lot to be excited about. Professionally speaking, your show just got picked up.
Yeah, next big thing. I'm super excited about that. Got picked up for season 2.
Congratulations.
Over there on the
Huge.
Haggerty YouTube channel. So thanks to all you guys that tuned in to watch the first 6 episodes of The Next Big Thing. A few of you guys out there are much appreciated. I'm starting what I call pre-production on it already. I've got a list on this phone with 125 cars that somehow I have to whittle down to fit into 10 episodes. I've got 15 new concept ideas for what the episodes could be. You know, everything from, you know, DIY cars from the 70s built on VW chassis to, oddball, obscure, various cars, I want to do a segment that's French cars and, obviously British cars and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to get to start shooting. Production's probably going to start shooting in April or May, and this will be up on the YouTube in July. So that's the next step, next big thing.
It's good stuff.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
it's a big deal.
very cool.
Anytime you do something, you put something out there, and people like it well enough that whoever put it out there wants more of it. That just feels good. I mean, to know that what you're doing is being received.
It's great to be well received. For me, it's great, and it's exciting for me to drive cars that I'm personally interested in, cars that at some point I would like to own and share people's stories, owners' stories about their cars. And it's just, for me, a great way to occupy time, create something that I'm proud of that's cool with cool people, and hopefully people like it. So there's some momentum rolling on that. I just did the Zilbersau Mercedes-Benz AMG car drive video that came out a couple of weeks ago, which has done really well. It's surprising, like Mercedes, AMG, Mercedes Museum, and Mercedes-Benz USA all sort of picked up this video and posted it on their various channels, Instagram and YouTube. So
it came out
getting a lot of exposure.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen that, highly recommend checking it out on. Actually, I saw it on your YouTube channel. Is that where it lives?
Yeah, it lives on my YouTube channel. It's only 2 minutes and 25 seconds long, so it doesn't take much time. It's a very interesting car that I enjoy driving, and
the car and the story are great. But the car and the story are great, but the photography is amazing. It really draws you in, and then your voiceover explaining what's going on and why the car is special. It's worth checking out.
Yeah, I teamed up with this production company called Native 4. This is like the fourth short little video I've done with these guys in the past 2 years. The first one, ironically, was a 60-second piece on my red slant nose. Then I did 50 years of boost with the new 992 turbo and my 75 turbo. And then this is the Mercedes piece that came out super well. And what's great about these guys is the young kids, essentially, they've got their own production company, very, very talented shooters. There's a director called Cameron Thurman, who's a very good storyteller. So it's all about, sort of creating these short stories, where they're really easy to digest, i.e., 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. And the way they're shot, the cinematic pace of them, it's interesting. Someone gave me a compliment, which is sort of like one of the best things I've heard in some time. He basically said, this is the best video since Urban Outlaw. And I've often said, I've made a lot of videos, but I don't think anything really came up to or even got close to what Tamir did with Urban Outlaw, which came out in 2012. So, almost 10 years ago. And this one, it's a completely different thing, but the way it's shot and edited and filmed and the cinematic blend of style came out really well. And that was kind of like the best compliment I'd heard about it was, it's on par with Urban Outlaw, which is, that bar is still pretty high 10 years later. So, I appreciate everyone that's watched it.
Oh, that's so great. I know there's some things that you're working on behind the scenes. I know there's some things that I might help you work on behind the scenes. Is there any of that stuff you want to talk about today, or is it still too early?
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, so long as it doesn't involve, a sneaker.
Fair enough. I know that you're one of the people that I feel, and I think a lot of people feel, are primed to have a podcast. You're just one of those people. You've got the personality. You have.
I got a face for radio.
That is not what I'm saying. Tom Green does well at this, and I told you I've always seen the resemblance with Tom Green. So anyway, I feel like you are the prime guy to do this. I feel like this is the one that would just get viewership and listenership and everything because your audience is already built in, and they already are sort of want this type of content from you. What is the reality of you ever being a podcast guy or starting something maybe not like this, but somewhat like this?
It's very, very likely, it's something I enjoy doing, yakking on, talking to other people. So, I've been sort of talking about doing a podcast. I've done a lot of them over the past few years. I did Rogan back in 2014, and, that's kind of like the pinnacle, I guess, of everything that's a podcast. I've listened to a lot of Howard Stern. For me, it's kind of an extension of what we were talking about with making the films. It's sharing other people's stories. We're all passionate car culture people. I think the common bond brings us together is the love of the cars. I started doing IG Lives about almost a year ago at the beginning of COVID with my buddy Phil, Mr. Enthusiast out there in New York City. And I'd spoken about doing a podcast before, but I sort of had this excuse of I'm never in one place long enough. I was always traveling around and hardly ever in LA and couldn't quite figure out how to sort of put the pieces together. And then Phil and I did the IG Live, which led to me doing various other IG Lives. And there's some sort of stimulation happened and people started approaching me to do IG Lives with them. A great example would be Gordon Murray, and I've done various ones with a lot of other people and ultimately enjoyed sharing stories with fellow car culture people, hearing about how they do things, getting inspired by hearing their stories as well. And so for me, I think it's the next evolution of a way of me continuing to move forward, occupy my time, share interesting people's stories, and learn from what they have to say as well. So the goal would be to try and set up a little, studio here in the garage or the room next to the garage over there, like a baby outlaw production thing, and
Love it.
see where it goes, really. So that is on the horizon. Next big thing's on the horizon. I've got the third edition of the Urban Outlaw Dirt Don't Slow You Down book coming out with 3 new chapters and quite a lot of new photos. There's a Hannah Elliott chapter that I'm excited to talk about.
Cool.
How I met H and how we kind of traveled around the world. And,
So we all have to rebuy this book. That's awesome. Well done, sir.
Yeah,
well done.
H is a big part of my new story, so excited about that. So I'm staying busy, staying creative, doing things that I enjoy doing ultimately, and making the most out of life is where I'm at.
Will we see any more? This one's purely for me. Will we see any more cooking videos from you? I enjoyed the how-to videos that you were doing when COVID first started. I'm just curious. I don't know if anyone else did, but I thought they were so cool. You're letting people into your life. It's sort of blog style, and I feel that that's what people want from you.
Never say never. The funny thing about the Outlaw Cooking Show, was a way to occupy time, early COVID days, and I hadn't figured out how to do iMovie yet, where I would edit it. So I was doing the IG Live, but trying to get them in under 10 minutes, because that was the only way I could sort of upload one back there on my phone. So I just started with simple things that I personally like that were typically English. Beans on toast, Indian food, soft-boiled eggs, and how to make the perfect cup of tea. These were things that I knew I could sort of do without too much pressure in less than 10 minutes. But of course, as it was sort of live and I'm trying to do soft-boiled eggs, you don't really know. It's a fine line between soft-boiled and hard-boiled.
Yeah.
You got to cross your fingers and hope for the best. So
for sure.
It was fun because it was slightly out of my comfort zone, but I enjoyed doing it. So there could be more of those. It's a little bit like the sewing things I was doing. It's like home improvements. I'm looking forward to doing one on my Filson jacket, which Willow, destroyed the pocket from, and then I managed to get.
She went at it again today when we were there.
Yeah, she was going at it again today.
It's on the floor
it's
again.
Obviously got some pheromones and some scent, some catnip in there that she seems to enjoy. So the next thing I'm going to do is a little video on, sort of fixing the jacket, which seems quite straightforward until I realized I have to remove the whole lining and the pockets got snaps, which are going to be difficult to remove. So that'll be the next thing if anyone, wants to tune into that episode of, DIY stuff.
Good. That's the stuff. So what I was getting at is I feel like this could all be, we talked about it earlier today. It's like if there's an outlaw whatever, then everything sort of falls under the umbrella. And you could have a podcast, you could have a blog, they could all be the same thing. It might be one product, it might be 20 products.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's pretty simple. If I enjoy doing it and it's interesting, it's something I want to do. So, I'm thinking about, doing a podcast from right here in my little studio corner right here, which is where I occupy most of my time.
Yep.
Here is the said Filson jacket for those that are interested. I should probably pull this thing up and show you guys the pocket there.
There's the famous pocket.
Apart. Yeah, that's the spot. So, this is my favorite jacket. She managed to tear the little sleeve as well. So now, it's pretty cold downtown. So now I'm wearing this, but all the sort of lining is coming out of it. But the tricky bit to the pocket will be removing these snaps and then taking the lining apart because I don't want to necessarily sew through the down lining.
Wow.
So hopefully I will be podcasting or, doing something like remotely resembling a podcast.
I love it.
From this little space right here.
I love it. Look at us. This is breaking news all over the place.
Yeah, breaking news all over the place. I just wrapped up the little IG live with Daniel Malachar and these prints earlier on, which are doing pretty well. He's got a gallery and they ship them as you see them. Framed.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they actually come in, framed. That way when you buy the print, it doesn't, end up on your table or still in the tube.
And there's no extra work.
Framed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's 6 prints, and you can even get the big boy size, which is that guy there, which is pretty big when you see it next to the car.
It's definitely sofa-sized art, as they say.
Yeah.
One of the things I watched the beginning of your live today with him, and what blew me away was that he was the one that did that crazy drone shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. There's a crazy drone shot that follows Magnus in, I think, one of your turbos, but it goes. There's a spot of LA that's actually even in Grand Theft Auto where it's actually 2 layers, two levels of traffic. But because of how the streets work and the bridges work, there are areas where you could go up and down. So they flew the drone up and below, like this kind of a roller coaster sort of a thing. That is one of the best shots I've ever seen ever. And I've been meaning to ask you about that anyway. And the fact that it was this guy today, I was really, really impressed. If there's anything you can tell us about that, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, he's a super talented guy. That was a segment he was shooting for Fuji. It was like a 2-minute segment he was shooting for Fujifilm, based around people in LA, and a lot of them were sort of action sport people, skateboarders and bicyclists, and people doing really creative stuff. It was a piece for LA people for Fuji doing creative stuff. So I was the car guy, and we shot this segment in lower ground, which gets shot all the time. Everyone shoots lower ground, but no one had ever done this drone shot where the drone literally drops down from above and follows the car and then disappears. And it was one of those bootleg things that I always do where we shot it, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
Sure.
And he had an awesome drone operator, and the drone was really pretty quick. So we managed to get what I think is one of my favorite shots, and a shot that hasn't necessarily been done too many times, which was sort of what we were trying to do with these images over there behind my shoulder on the wall, was create some images that, no one else had done or not many people had done, at least outside of a big blockbuster Hollywood movie type thing. So
that's
it's everyone's always kind of shooting in LA the same type of spaces, whether it's by the river or under a certain bridge or whatever it may be. So just trying to keep evolving and, creating some images that inspired us both that maybe hadn't been seen before. So that's kind of the story of Daniel Malachar, and just super talented kid, and a little bit like the Native 4 guys. I'm sort of working with people a little bit that are not your typical average car guys. I've shot with a lot of great photographers over the past few years and had the opportunity to do some great stuff. But this is sort of the next evolution of me being inspired by kids that are not necessarily super well known in this arena yet, but will become very well known, who are down to, try new ideas and do some creative stuff. So
you're breaking talent.
Keep moving forward and just have fun.
Magnus Walker, breaking talent all over the place. I love it.
Having fun as we go. You know how it is.
I do, and I salute you. It's one of the things I think, one of the reasons I'm drawn to you, and I probably a lot of other people are, the fact that you do kind of follow your passion, your heart, wherever your attention goes is sort of what you work on. And I don't know, I think it's great. I think you get you get very pure work that way. Very pure, legitimate, authentic work that way. And God, that definitely sums you up. Pure and authentic.
These young kids keep me on my toes. Yesterday, I had a really fun drive up our favorite road. I took my 60, to switch gears slightly. I know we're probably going to be going up the crest tomorrow, but I was up there yesterday in snow in the old 67 over there, which was...
it's back in the garage now. It was outside earlier.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi works in here, so we'll see how it is tomorrow.
Wait, are you going to take the same thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow. All right, so the other day he took it up, but the snow and everything, there's no heat in that car. So he's he gets out every few minutes taking pictures or whatever. The boots get wet. You get back in the car. Normally, okay, well the heat will come on even though they're wet. It'll be uncomfortable. Nothing.
That is so chilly. Holy cow.
We have wipers that now work just in case it does rain.
Oh,
and
good.
We fixed the little antenna access hole in the fender that was leaking all that slushy water into the footwell. So yeah, I think I'm going to drive up there tomorrow in the 67.
I love it. I think the weather. I think we'll be clear tomorrow. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, here's a quick little garage tour, if you're interested.
Of course. Oh, and I'll get while you're doing that, I'll get the phone out because there were some questions from the people on the Instagram.
People on the gram. So this is on the gram. It's on the YouTube.
Correct.
Who's over there in the corner?
Hi, H.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Nice.
There's Hannah.
It is cold. You can tell.
Talking of quiet, where's the Willow Cedar? I don't know. Oh, let me go see if I can find Willow. You guys want to see Willow, obviously, right?
Yes, absolutely. I played with her all morning.
Hold on. She's
taking a
not
nap?
normally this quiet. Hold on. Wait,
She's eating something that's very important to you, I think is what's happening. Oh, look at this. Hi, baby. Hi, Willow.
There's the Willow Cedar.
Hi, Willow.
Willow, Willow, Willow.
I
Give
just
me a
want
little
to
tail wag.
pet her. Can't do that.
She's so curled up.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
She's
all
growing fast,
curled
by the
up.
way, though.
Really?
She's way
You know,
bigger
we
than last
feed
time I
her, we walk her.
saw her. Healthy growing
Nice.
girl. She looks like she did something bad.
Well, maybe she did and we haven't found it yet. She might have left a mark somewhere. All I know is right now she's quiet, which is a good thing. As we're sort of live, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Magnus, here's a question from Dorian, One Vintage 02. What's the Porsche you're looking for? And that may have been answered, I guess, today.
Well, today I found something that I wasn't looking for, a little bit like you too, son. I actually wasn't looking for that car. I was looking for a 997 turbo,
That's true.
loosely. And before that, I was kind of, things just come and go. So there's always something that's, piquing my interest, so to speak. So 997 turbo was what I was looking for. That wasn't what I found, though.
Fair enough. So that's still on the hunt. Many people,
Still on the list.
Many people watch your cars and videos and shows, but what do you watch that is car related? That's a good question from Spirit of Le Mans.
Yeah, very good question. Why do I watch this car related? I don't really
Other than
watch
Late
too
Night
much
Playset.
car
Other
related.
than Late Night Playset, obviously your favorite internet show. Other than Late Night Playset.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tuning into you guys all the time, when I'm not binge watching stuff on Netflix.
We're competing with Netflix. Beautiful. So Netflix. What are you watching on Netflix?
Hulu. The obvious stuff, The Crown. We're watching this show called Tehran. What else are we watching on Netflix, H?
Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, Your Honor. Have you seen that show, Your
No.
Honor?
Also, I care a lot.
I Care a Lot.
Crazy.
We're watching the Woody and Mia Farrow thing.
Yes. Did you see the Fran
we-
Lebowitz thing? The what is the New York one?
Pretend it's a city.
Pretend It's a City, the Fran
Well-
Lebowitz one?
No, but that sounds good. We binge watched the Tiger Woods, the Jordan thing. That's the great thing about binge watching. You can watch a whole season in 2 nights.
Just crank through it,
We're
yeah.
doing a lot of that. Not necessarily watching much car stuff, truth be told.
The same guy wants
What
to
else
say,
you got?
the same guy says, "Oh yeah," and ask him if I can visit his place if I manage over to LA later this year. Okay.
People come and visit all the time.
I was going to say you're very, very generous with visitors.
All are welcome.
Here's a question from James Cornish. Should Porsche bring back the 914 in an electric version? Seen some sketches here and think that it could be epic.
Electric 914. Yeah, that would be pretty epic. Yeah, I'm all about an electric 914.
Look at yours there. That's beautiful. Oh, 2 of them right there.
Yeah, double trouble, so to speak.
So that would be an okay idea by you, it sounds like. Rocketiki,
Yeah, okay idea by me for sure.
Rocketiki Motorsports just want to say howdy from the Stooges up north.
Oh, the Stooges up north. Thanks for tuning in, fella.
Pinstripe Chris
Thanks for
says, since Magnus has so many cars, how does he manage the cascade of phone calls asking about his extended vehicle warranties? You don't sell many
a good
cars,
one.
do you?
No, it's been a long time since I've sold a car. But having said that, I did just buy a car today. And I am thinking of selling my pretty rare right-hand drive 75 Turbo.
The
Right there.
Wow, okay.
If you want the sales pitch, Porsche only made 284 turbos in 1975, the first year of production. And only 32 of them were copper brown metallic. I mean, only 32 were right-hand drive, and of that, only 2 were copper brown metallic.
Oh, so this is one of 2.
It's one of 2 in that color for 75, yeah. So it's pretty rare. First year turbo, like I say, only 32 of them are right-hand drive. So kind of a, pretty rare car, right-hand drive 75 turbo.
And we'll put this up later tonight on the Late Night
turbo.
Playset auction site, of course. Everybody seems to be launching their own car auction site.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, he who dares wins is what I think. The more the merrier.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Maybe I'll just put an ad on the gram for this and see what happens, for sale.
We are breaking. I mean, the headline. This is the
There's
trade paper
so
tonight,
many.
isn't it? This
So
is the
many.
Hollywood
Breaking
Reporter.
news, buying and selling, wheeling and dealing, stain booster, turbo fever, all that stuff.
Mike PRG has a question. Any hesitancy on Targas? He doesn't seem to think you have any open-air 911s. Is that true?
Well, that's a great question. Technically, 914s are Targas. But yeah, that guy has a very good eye. I have never owned a Targa. I've never really wanted a Targa. I've never owned a convertible. But I will say one thing. The early 70s Targas I like. I was never really a fan of the early short wheelbase soft window Targa. Something to do with too much beard in the hair, wind in the hair type of thing for me.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
With Targas and convertibles, other than 914s, which obviously are Targas. So not really on my wish list.
The Hot Wheel thing, I just want to say thank you very much for letting David go shopping in your Hot Wheels room, because while I think he only actually took 3 or 4, maybe 5 tops, I know that it I saw his face light up, and he was like, he wasn't kidding. He really has boxes and boxes. And it just made his day.
We'll have a Hot Wheels story, and I'll show you. I know you saw this earlier, but
I'd love to show everybody.
People that are tuning in might not have seen this earlier. These are just the 277 Hot Wheels. So we got the OG one right there, actually right there. Then we got the one that came after it. Then we got the spin-off version. Then we got the 997 version. Then we got the microbus version, and now we have the slant nose version. So
wow,
quite a few variations of Hot Wheels 277s if you're into Hot Wheels.
How does that work? Do they just approach you saying, "Hey, we want to do another one. What should we do?"
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Or sometimes I'll go to them and say, "Hey, how about we do a 914?" And they go, "Yeah, but their 914 doesn't have a roof on it, so it's open." So I've been trying to get them to do this 914 for some time, but their casting physically doesn't have a roof on it. And so I'm kind of saying, well, I don't want to do it if I can't do the checkerboard roof.
Right.
So certain times I'm asking them, and then certain times they're telling me, okay, this is what we've got for 2021 or 2022. One of the things I really want to do is an E-Type Jag. So Hot Wheels has a casting of an E-Type Jag. As you guys know, because you're big E-Type fans, this is the 60th anniversary of the E-Type Jag. It debuted March 15th, 1961. So the E-Type Jag is celebrating 60 years. I keep telling my buddy at Hot Wheels, hey, let's do an outlaw E-Type Jag. So that is on the list.
That would be very cool. You actually educated me a lot on those cars today. I learned quite a bit this morning.
Yeah, Series 2, these are the Ugly Duckling 2+2 automatics. That's the Series 2 straight 6, what's known as slab-sided, compared to Series 3, with I don't know if you can see it in this light, but the slight flare right there.
Yeah, once you know to look for it, it makes
Series
a big difference.
Yeah, and that's a V12. So the goal there, I've talked about this a little bit, but the goal here is, to turn the automatic into a manual gate rag 5-speed and keep all this awesome patina that you guys are seeing right here.
And make a driver out of it.
Which just really makes the car super cool.
It's incredible. When you touch it, it feels like an alligator skin or like a crocodile or whatever. Very cool. Very cool.
So to finish up with the Hot Wheels sort of question, you know, I've got a few ones that I'm collaborating on for 2022. They're actually about to do yet another 277 in this Zymax scheme, which is no paint but decals, so it's just bare metal essentially. And that one's cool. Like a Walmart exclusive, believe it or not. You can only get it at Walmart. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how many of those are out there, because some of them are kind of hard to find.
I can't imagine that.
Anyway,
I would imagine that Walmart probably has to be, Walmart and the supermarkets probably have to be some of the biggest sellers for Hot Wheels, I would imagine, right? Markets, rather.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Hot Wheels, really, I mean, we all have a Hot Wheels story, right? Here's a box of them. You know, these you can go buy for 99 cents if you can find one, you know, anywhere. So, you know, it's always fun to go through the Hot Wheels racks and try and find a Hot Wheels. So, you know, for me, it's just a great collaboration to have. But there you go. You got one.
I got one from given to me by Magnus here at the show.
There you go. Let me show you a few more Hot Wheels. You know, for me, these are sort of like the best calling card or business card. Not that people really carry cards anymore, as we're all, you know, virtual. But
no, I thought that.
Kind of cool.
There we are in the Hot Wheels room.
Wow.
Wow. You know, these are
that
not
is
just
a
Porsche Hot
story.
Wheels. You know, a few years ago they said to me, "Are you interested in doing a non-Porsche?" And I said, "Sure, no problem. Sounds great."
Oh, I don't think David even saw all these. He just took a couple off the top. That's amazing.
So there's the blue 277 slant next to the red.
Oh,
and
look
then
at that.
their 944 that was inspired by my 924 Carrera GT in the new colorway.
Oh,
so there's the one that kind of matches the car. And then there's the new colorway of that same 944 casting.
It's so interesting to me. I mean, it's really, I can't imagine seeing our car on a I don't know. The fact that it's being mass produced at that scale, I just can't really fathom it.
There's something pretty cool about it. You know, I was showing you guys earlier on the 277 wall of stuff that people had just sent me.
This is
that
fan
I
art.
finally managed to get framed up and put on the wall.
Fan art.
So it's kind of cool having your own Hot Wheels of your own car. And then I really appreciate everyone's support that over the years had sent me artwork, which they had done inspired by 277. This one's kind of one of my favorites. It was done by my buddy Mitya when he worked at Porsche. He's now the head designer at Lamborghini.
He made it a
And
speedster.
he said, "You should make 277 a speedster." And the interesting thing is, I don't know if you can see that date right there. Can you see it?
2013?
So yeah, he was head designer at Porsche in 2013. Look what he sketched.
That's amazing.
And then 5 years later,
that's amazing.
For the 50th anniversary in 2018 on June 8th, Porsche debuted their Speedster.
They probably made it, and then they said, it looked better with the stickers, so they came out with that heritage package.
Yeah, exactly. But as you can see here, drawn on the back of a standard room menu, dated 2013.
Wow.
There it is.
It really is. I mean, it's almost the whole car right there. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Super
like
cool.
5 years before it came out.
Super
anyway,
cool.
So I'm just rambling at this point.
I love it. Listen, we've done the time. Thank you so much. I had a great day with you, and I'm really glad that you got that car.
Well, thanks for the support. I look forward to seeing you guys, tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. We'll see you in the morning. But everybody, please follow, like you're not already, please follow Magnus Walker. But check out his YouTube channel. Please follow the YouTube channel, especially the YouTubers out there. There's not only great content, but there's really good stuff coming up. So you're going to want to follow that YouTube channel.
Yeah, stay tuned for the, Get Out and Drive podcast. So
there it is. So it is official. We are telling people. It has a name and everything. All right. It's happening. It's happening. Breaking news. Have a good one, Mag. Love to Hannah. Love to Willow. See you in the morning.
Cheers. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Bye. Oh, he's awesome. How was that, Mrs.?
I love that guy. That was great. It's good to see him. He's more open than he's ever been.
I couldn't agree more. Remember we said that when he was here last time?
Yeah.
Oh, this is all out of whack because I had to disconnect everything while we were in the middle there. Hey, you guys. Nice segment. Thanks. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you for watching. That was an experiment for us having the guest on the Instagram versus the guest in our thing. Whatever.
Okay.
we were going to do either one, and we thought, oh, we'd probably get the viewership up by having Magnus on there. So, of course, that's why we did it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do want to tell our YouTube audience about some of the people who pay the bills around here. Namely, since we're talking about cars, St. Clair Insurance. They say all that separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. What kind of toys, Mrs. Ryan?
All kinds.
That's right. Whatever you have that needs insurance. Specifically, we're talking about Haggerty Insurance here. But we don't have to be. We don't have to be. He is allowed to do other types of insurances. For the collector car market, though, man, you're going to want that Haggerty Insurance. And if you already have that Haggerty Insurance, you're going to want the specialized service from St. Clair Insurance. So check out coverageforyourtoys.com. Coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
Exactly. Now, Pinstripe Crypt says, yep, that was definitely an awesome one. You guys are amazing. And there was no one on the toilet this episode. That was weird. Sorry. We didn't have that. And somebody else is texting. Okay, it's not Magnus. Now I want to tell you about our friends who, let's see, Rob is going to be here not next week. 2 weeks, not next week. Yeah. Cruise into Wellness. Need a lift lately? Cruise into a healthy 2021 with Cruise into Wellness CBD. The cruise is with a Z. Cruisintowellness.com. Cruise into Wellness is a great thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's CBD. I didn't really know much about CBD before we got into this. And they send products that are fantastic. Tinctures for you really like. The rubs, I really, really like. If you have any kind of joint issues, or I've just got all sorts of carpal tunnel I can use it for, but also feels good up here. I made this joke before, but if you work at CSI, you put some right here.
It smells so good.
It smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. So it's like when you go see a dead body, you put some on your nose. Anyway, Relief Cream, CBD Relief Cream, Cruise into Wellness. This is actually their brand, as a matter of fact. So you can pick this up.
Oh.
500 milligram CBD cream. Highly recommend this. It doesn't mess with your head. You don't get high. So she's got the tinctures and the gummies too, all that stuff.
Love those gummies.
And it feels like taking an Advil, but you're not putting Advil in your system. So
it's good.
Till Advil's a sponsor, I'm going to talk about that.
If anyone's worried about any of that, it's great for at night.
Yeah, absolutely. Knock yourself out.
Put your body to sleep. So
I said Advil before because I didn't want to say it feels like taking a Vicodin. Because you don't want to take a Vicodin because that's not really that best thing for you. But it gives you that kind of, I want to say a warm bath. Kind of like, oh, your body gets heavy. And you want to just get in bed. I mean, you can't go work on it. But for you, it's great.
Yes. It's fantastic.
Cruisintowellness.com. 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 I did it again.
Cruisintowellness.com.
I skipped ahead and I thought to myself, use promo code LATE NIGHT for 20% off your order. That's 20%. 20% off your order is a big deal.
Thanks, Rob.
Yep. Thanks to Cruise into Wellness. And then on the 25th, Cruise into Wellness, Rob will be here in studio to tell us about all sorts of stuff. He's not only your provider of these things, but he's a very interesting fellow. He's a former firefighter. He was a 9/11 responder in New York, first responder. He's a very, very interesting cat who does what he does today for a reason. He's not just a pothead who's like grew up in Santa Cruz. Family business.
Yeah. He's got paramedic stories that blow my mind. Like, he's so calm under pressure, like you.
Calm under pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Maybe because I'm too stupid to know that I'm ever in danger.
That firefighter saving.
Oh, that was my dad. Yeah, I got that from my dad. I'm a saver. All right, look, we should wrap it up. Guest was Magnus Walker. We did that. Commercials, we did that. Thank you to Magnus Walker. Thank you to Guards Rad for the What Are You Driving Today video. And thank you very much to Pete McNulty for allowing us to drive that beautiful 356 for that video. You could tell we had a blast. It was amazing.
Your face lit up so many times in that video.
I wasn't kidding. I mean, I said I feel like we should be driving in a parade as a gay couple. I didn't mean like a gay pride parade, but I meant like we just, that's the kind of car you go do those PCA drives with. That's when the PCA was like invented. You know what I mean? You do those parade drives. Anyway, thank you for watching. My God, thank you for watching, seriously. And we'll be back next week. This is exciting. She doesn't even know this yet. We'll be back on Tuesday with our guest, Papa Vin will be in studio from Weirdos.
No
That's right.
way.
He will be here in studio to tell us all about Weirdos and to educate you on what the heck it is and where to get it and the whole bit. Weirdos Pizza. Papa Vin will be here on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Until then, Good Vibes Breakfast Club tomorrow. We will be there. We will see you if you come. Thank you very much over here. Thank you very much there. We love you. We love you. We love you. We all love you. Have a great night and great weekend. We'll see you next week.